everybody, it is Calxiyn and Hunter here, and today I am telling you why Fox x Neo is the best RWBY ship, nay, maybe the best ship in multimedia cinematic history, alright? So, let's get started on the reasons why I love Orange Sherbert, and you are going to ship Orange Sherbert after we watch this video. Yeah, that's what they're called, because Fox has like orange clothes and kind of like reddish hair, and like...
But Sherbert is an ice cream.
It's close enough, okay? So yes, anyway, let's talk about Fox and Neo, okay? Spoilers.
The best in multimedia history?
Yes,
they're not
spoilers.
even an actual couple.
I know, I'm saying they're the best ship in existence. Spoilers for the RWBY books, okay? Let's talk about why Fox and Neo is, like, amazing, okay? I first fell in love with the ship after the fall came out, no pun intended, because Fox's semblance was telepathy, and I feel like after that a lot of people were like, squeeze! Like, a lot of you, like, freaked out because they were like, oh my god, Fox can canonly hear Neo's, like, internal head voice. That is so cool. But, like, if the ship, guys, is a cup of coffee and we are the donuts, we haven't even been fully dunked in.
And you are a donut.
Yes. Oh god. We haven't been fully dunked in yet because there's more to the ship than that, okay? Like, I think that there's more than just Fox being able to hear her. It's about being able to understand her, guys, okay? And that may sound cliche, but it's true. And so I think that, like, the foundation for the ship isn't just like, Fox can hear Neo, tee-hee-hee, but it's like...
I'm pretty sure it is!
No, there's more than that!
Because when you brought up the foundation of it...
Well, yeah, but there's more to it than that, okay? It's not about being heard, it's about being understood. And so I think that, like, all romantic relationships, right? All great couples in cinematic history, like I already mentioned. Like, do we not desire to be understood? Is that not what love is? Like, love is the desire to be fully and wholly understood by someone, even if it's platonically. Like, you know, you want to be, like, understood by your family or your friends or, like, your partner. Like, that's what, like, true love is. It's, like, fully being understood emotionally.
If that's the case, then how are you single? Because I don't think anybody can understand what's going on right now.
How am I in a relationship, you mean? You said how am I single?
How are you not single?
How am I... Wait. What are you saying, Hunter?
I'm saying, if you need to, what I'm saying is that you're confusing right now.
Oh, I'm confusing.
Yes.
It's like, how am I in a relationship because nobody can understand me? Is that it? Okay, anyway, I feel like that, like, with Fox and Neo, it's not just about that he can, like, hear her head voice. It's like, the whole ship is a metaphor for true love. It's like, you know, how, like, Aladdin and Jasmine understand each other because they both feel trapped, or, like, Belle feels like an outcast and the Beast feels like an outcast, so they understand that too. Like, Fox's telepathy is a metaphor for someone being the only person that can understand you, or, like, one of the only people that can understand you. Like, it's not about, like, that, you know, it's not like, oh, well, Fox can, like, you know, hear Neo's voice. It's like the being understood. And I feel like that what made me have, like, renewed interest in the ship was Roman Holiday. Because there are certain things in Roman Holiday that, like, Neo and Fox inherently overlap with, and this is where that, like, understanding comes from. But let's talk about Roman first, because I feel like that's kind of important. Roman was the only person that understood Neo in the book. Like, that was the thing. Like, expression and body language and emotionally. Like, her parents don't understand her. They don't even try. Like, at one point, she tries to type something out on her phone, and they're like, if you can't speak it to us, we don't care. Like, that's basically how they are in the book. Everybody is shitty, except for Roman.
Roman, the
Neo
criminal,
wanted to, like, be her true self, and Roman was the only one who saw and, like, embraced her true self. And, like, I feel like that ever since he died, you know, she thought that he was, like, the one thing, the one person, right? That's, like, the song, right? Her song in Volume 6. The one thing that she had, the one person who truly understood her. But, like, what if Fox and Team Coffee can show her that there's more people that you belong with out there? You know, like, that you'll find your people, like, that her people wasn't just Roman, like, there's more people that will try to understand her.
There's other sassy, morally bankrupt, and also disabled people out there, Neo.
Okay, so let's talk about the experiences part then. Like, Fox and Neo were both considered weak by their families or peers because of their disabilities. So they share that in common. They both had one person who didn't treat them as frail or weak. For Fox, that was his uncle, right, who taught him how to fight. And then for Neo, that was Roman. So they both have that mentor in their life who didn't treat them as, like, any less because of, like, Fox's blindness, or in Neo's case, her muteness, and, like, taught her how to fight and, like, you know, hold her own and, like, embrace, like, who they were. So that's, like, the second thing. And, like, you know, they both have these sort of, like, mentor figures. And both of these mentor figures died, died, Uncle Copper died, and then Roman obviously died.
Poor Uncle Copper.
Fox and Neo both lost their families, right? Like, Neo's family is dead, Fox's family is dead, and also their kind of like found family is also dead. Like, the uncle is dead, Roman is dead as well for Neo.
Yeah.
But Fox, the difference is Fox found like more found family in Team Coffee.
Yes.
Right? No one in Team Coffee has this experience exactly. You know, like, none of them have felt like this profound loss. And I think that Velvet, in a way, has felt like being treated as weaker, like, compared to her peers. But like, there's just like a lot of like layers that Team Coffee can't understand. Like, to my knowledge, everybody in Team Coffee both has all of their parents alive. Yes. Like, Coco's family's alive, Yatsu, Velvet's parents are divorced, but they're still living. Right? And then, like, you know, I just feel like that it's this thing, like, you know, when you meet someone that is also neurodivergent, like, you meet someone else with ADHD and you feel like you just click with them because, like, neurotypical people didn't necessarily understand you before. That's how I sort of feel, because obviously, like, that's the only, I guess, disability I can put myself in and, like, compare myself to in my experience to. So I feel like that it's Neo and Fox could bond the same way as, like, we do, knowing that we both have ADHD.
I'm undiagnosed. I liked how when you were talking about finding someone who's neurodivergent, you were looking at me the entire time.
Right? And so I feel like that it's almost like that. It's like people will not understand, right, unless they also are, like, neurodivergent. Like, it's sort of like one of those things. So I feel like with Fox and Neo, they share so many experience and so much profound loss that maybe Fox can't necessarily get from Team Coffee. And so that's why I'm saying that it's more than just like, oh, they can, you know, he can hear her. Like, there's something
they have
fundamental.
A shared experience.
Exactly. They have a shared experience, guys. And that's romantic.
Oh, shit, you're right, it is.
Like, after experiencing so much strife, like, Fox is able to introduce her to his found family so she can make more friends, and then Fox and Neo can, like, you know, bond over everything that they've gone through, and, you know, like, I don't know, it's just romantic to think of, like, say, like, they're both in the desert, and they're both, like, lying under the stars, and they're both just having, like, a heart-to-heart, and Fox is just like, nobody else has understood, like, what I've been through until you've been here, and it's just so cute, and, like, okay, so this is getting into, like, canonicity, like the ship actually happening, but, like, Neo fits in the color scheme of Team Coffee, right? Like, Team Coffee has a lot of brown tones because they're all, like, coffee based, and with Neo, it's the sweets. It's like the sweets that you have on the coffee break, okay? You've seen an old Italian man having his coffee at 4 p.m. and his gelato, okay? Because of course you have. I mean, I have, because I'm Italian, so it's like the coffee and the ice cream.
No, we know, because you just did this for 5 minutes.
Makes sense, right? And so I feel like that, like, that's...
They're in love, you jackass! Can't you see it?
Right? And so this is, like, miscellaneous now. It's kind of funny that Fox is, like, red hair comedy relief, and Roman was red hair comedy relief. Like, I don't want Neo to replace Fox, but, like, it's a nice parallel.
You're also redheaded. I can keep you around.
Maybe Neo has a type, that's all I'm saying. And Fox also kind of has a bit of a darker side, like when they're holding Neptune over the water fountain in the RWBY novels, right? Because of, like, worrying about, like, Velvet and Sun, and, like, worried that, like, Velvet's in danger. Like, Yatsuhashi apologizes and admits it was wrong, where Fox is just like, I feel like that him and Neo kind of have a more similar, like, moral compass than like, we
flexible morality.
Flexible morality.
We're willing to fuck with people a little bit.
And I think that, like, Fox would think it's hot that Neo can, like, kick his ass and, like, beat him in a fight. I feel like that, like, they would have a similar sense of humor, judging by the novels, because, again, Fox has a very, like, bantery personality. Like, they would just have top-tier banter together. They would have great, like, chemistry, like, in terms of, like, humor. Because I feel like Neo and, like, if we think of Neo and Roman, Fox is a lot like Roman, and so I feel like that Neo and Fox would have very similar, like, playfulness, and, like, they'd be so witty, and it would be so playful and funny, and it just brings me joy, okay? But let's talk about canon, guys, because ships do not need to be canon to be good, okay? Because this is the perfect basis for, like, any fan fiction. You can do, like, Team Coffee finds Neo finding Roman's body, and you get a whole redemption thing, right? And she joins them before they go to Vacuo.
Why do I feel like you're currently secretly writing this?
I am reading that. And, like, you could do, like, I wrote the Cinderella AU for Fox and Neo that is on Archive of Our Own. Go check it out. Right? So it's like, there's just a perfect basis for fan fiction here. But the crazy thing is, guys, the crazy thing is this ship still has a chance, right? Because we can actually win. It can actually happen, and that's the best part.
chance!
Okay, so let's say Neo survives the Atlas arc, and she hasn't fully changed, but she's like, okay, I'll fight against Cinder, though, right? Like, she gets convinced, right? She gets
I'll
closer.
angle my viciousness and immorality to a better cause.
Exactly, right? And so I feel like the thing with
Better
Neo
ends.
is that if it is the afterlife like we think, she gets closure with Roman. He tells her to go live her own life, that she'll come down there in, her own due time, right? She'll die naturally. She doesn't need to just chill in the afterlife, right? And she has to move forward. She has to take her life as her own instead of just living like for Roman's revenge, because Roman wants her to be happy, okay? So she goes back and she decides to go kill Cinder or whatever. And then Team Coffee at this point would have to get used to the idea of forgiving Emerald, right? Who fought them in the Vital Festival tournament? Do you remember? Right? So at this point, I feel like it wouldn't really be that much of a stretch, right? For them to accept Neo. And I love this piece of fan art that AliAvian, I'll post all of the stuff. And so you guys can see it, but it's like Neo and Fox are in the desert and they're meeting for the first time. And he's like, you have a beautiful voice. And it's like this whole thing, you can hear me? And he's just like, yeah, your voice is beautiful. So I'm imagining Team RWBY, Jean and Neo pop out of the desert where they originally would have been, right? Where they originally would have come through if they came through the other side. And there's Grim, they're being attacked by Grim, Team Coffee, and then the rest of Team Juniper, Oscar, Emerald, they come to save them. And then Fox and Neo have a telepathy moment. And they can do two things. They can either have it so we hear Neo's voice for the first time, right? Or they could have it so Fox can hear her, but then we can't as the audience. And so I feel like that would preserve, I guess, Neo's characterization and her muteness, because I sort of have this idea. You hear Neo speak one time, and then you never hear her speak again. It's sort of one of those things. Or you could have it so we never hear Neo speak, and it's just that Fox hears her, and we see Fox's reaction to hearing her voice. I always like one of those. And so I feel the vacuum arc happens, Neo, Fox kiss, fall in love, and then she can just join Team Coffee, because Nolan is basically part of Team Sun, okay? We have thrown the rule of fours out the fucking window, okay? So Neo can join Team Coffee.
There's no N in coffee.
It doesn't matter. She can join Team Coffee. She can just, she can be an add-on to the Team Coffee stuff. I don't know, right? And so we'll figure that out later. And here's my argument, guys, because some people are excuse me, but Neo tried to kill Yang, and I'm just she attempted to kill Yang and RWBY. They're not dead. It's all's well that ends well. And Emerald arguably did worse. Emerald actually caused the death of Penny, whereas Neo only attempted to kill someone. So I feel it's okay, it's fine. I'm just saying that if Emerald is getting redemption or has the potential to get redemption, Neo is on the same level as Emerald at the very least.
Penny got better.
Right. So she didn't kill Yang and RWBY. So no harm, no foul, okay?
I just love that you gave the person being oh, they tried to murder this person, the stupid voice, hey, I tried to murder this person.
I'm just water under the bridge, guys, okay? Emerald has arguably done more things than Neo, and Emerald's getting a redemption arc. So as long as Neo wants, some redemption, she can have it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Neo can have a little redemption.
A little redemption
as a treat.
Right? So here's the thing, guys. This is so possible and so perfect, and if anything happens to either of them, I will fully shut down on camera, and I will cry and have a mental breakdown. If Neo dies in Volume 9, I will cry. If anything happens to Fox, I will quit the show. So, I'll get over it eventually, but it's gonna hurt very, very badly. So I propose that we all bring the ship into the mainstream, and then then they have to do it.
Call to arms?
I'm just kidding, because that's not how it works, okay? The fans have no influence over the show, but if the fans did, this is what I would wish for. This would be my wish.
I feel like you will single-handedly write 4 million words
I will. You guys don't even know.
Fanfiction in order to astroturf it.
If you guys like this ship, okay, go support all of the fan artists who have probably given some fan art to Noah to put on the screen to share in the video. Go support all their fan art, because then they'll draw more if they get more fan art. Go look at my archive of our own, because I am working on a Little Mermaid, Fox and Neo, and some other things. So yeah, go support all those. And,
listen, it's December, but January, February, March.
Yeah.
Every month of the year, there's NaNoWriMo?
Yeah.
We have NaNoFo. Famo?
What does that mean?
Nani fa fo mimo? National Neo and Fox
Oh my
fanfiction
God.
writing months.
Exactly,
plural.
guys. So if you draw any Fox and Neo art, or just like Neo and Fox separately, I will retweet it. If you make fan fiction, I will read it, okay? I'm telling you, if you ever wanted my attention, or for me to use my platform to get you more followers, it's the time. It's the time to make the art, okay?
This is a little pathetic.
Anyway, I'm just saying.
You know what, man? I
care.
kind of agree with you. I think
know.
it works. I think they'd understand each other. I think you could even do it in canon.
I know! It makes so much sense!
But like you're being a little desperate here,
I know.
right? I think you need to play it cool, play hard to get.
Okay.
Like listen.
Okay.
Do what you want.
Yeah, do what you want, Eddie. I don't really want it.
But if you want what the people want.
Yeah. It's just like, I've seen that meme and it's like pretending that I don't care about my mac and cheese so it cooks faster. That's what I'm like, okay, but Ruby, I don't actually care though. I don't care though.
I mean, it's whatever.
It's whatever.
Like Fox could date
Velvet. Alright guys, but that is all from me. This has been my love of Fox and Neo. Why they're the best ship in existence. Why they may be the best ship in RWBY. Even if they don't become canon, they're still a good ship though. And
a love story for the ages.
They're the love story of our generation.
John Green, eat your heart out.
Exactly. So I hope
Shakespeare, roll in your grave.
Exactly. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.